If I had to get 4,000 YouTube watch hours starting from zero, I would completely stop chasing 4,000 watch hours. Because I did the maths and you don't actually need a viral video to get there. You could technically do it averaging around 1,200 views per video. But there's a catch, and it's probably the reason so many small channels get stuck. I'll show you the maths in a second. Right now, YouTube wants 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 qualified long-form watch hours within 12 months for full ad monetization. That's when I started thinking about this differently, because 4,000 hours sounds massive. It's 240,000 minutes. If somebody told me I needed strangers to watch me play Brawl Stars for 240,000 minutes, I'd probably just apply for a normal job. But divide it differently. Let's say I make 50 long-form videos, and let's say the average viewer watches 4 minutes. To reach 4,000 hours, those 50 videos need around 60,000 total views. That's only about 1,200 views per video on average. Suddenly, this sounds completely different. But don't get too excited, because this is where I think most small creators mess it up. YouTube is obviously not going to politely give every one of your 50 videos exactly 1,200 views. One might get 83, one gets 400, another gets 90 and ruins your entire weekend. Then some random video you nearly didn't upload gets 12,000. So if I were starting again, I wouldn't build my plan around making every video successful. I'd actually expect most of them not to be. I would build a library and let a few winners carry the losers. And that's the first thing I'd do differently. Instead of asking, how do I make my next video go viral, I'd ask something much less exciting. How do I make 50 videos that somebody might still want to watch 6 months from now? Because one viral video sounds amazing, but there's a weird problem with relying on one. Eventually, people stop watching it. And now, you're back where you started. A library works differently. Maybe one video brings you 30 watch hours this month. Another brings 50. One old video randomly starts getting recommended again and brings 200. Then your new upload adds another 70. You're stacking watch time instead of gambling for it. But even that isn't the part I think matters most. Because imagine I give you 10,000 views tomorrow. Sounds amazing. But everybody watches for 30 seconds. Congratulations. You've just turned 10,000 views into about 83 watch hours. Now, imagine another creator gets only 2,000 views, but people average 5 minutes. That's around 167 hours. One creator got 5 times the views and still generated about half the watch time. That completely changed how I think about growth. Views are loud, watch time is quiet, and if monetization is the goal, quiet wins. So the second thing I'd obsess over isn't uploading more, it's getting people to stay, especially during the first 30 seconds. And I think small creators waste this part constantly. We finally convince somebody to click, then we say, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about something really interesting. They're gone. I clicked because your title already told me what we're talking about. Tell me something I don't know. Give me the weird number. Give me the problem. Make me disagree with you. Anything. Just don't make me wait for the video to begin. And this is something I'm testing myself now, because I've had videos where people clicked and simply didn't stay long enough. At that point, getting more impressions doesn't really solve the problem. It just gives more people the opportunity to leave, which sounds brutal, but it's useful, because now you know what actually needs fixing. But here's where this gets even more interesting. I wouldn't just try to make somebody finish one video. I'd try to make them start a second one. Think about it. Someone watches 5 minutes and leaves YouTube. 5 minutes. Someone else watches 5 minutes, then clicks another one of your videos and watches another 5. Same person, 10 minutes. Get them into a third video, and suddenly one viewer could be worth 50 minutes instead of 5. So if I were starting again, I wouldn't make 50 random videos about whatever I felt like that morning. I'd make videos that naturally connect. This video is about reaching 4,000 watch hours. The next question could be why reaching 1,000 subscribers feels completely different. Then why short subscribers sometimes don't watch long form. Then why some videos seem to get stuck at 200 views. If you care about one, there's a decent chance you care about the next. That's the rabbit hole. And I think building that rabbit hole is more useful than constantly finding a completely new audience. But there's another mistake I'd avoid. I wouldn't make videos longer just because I need watch hours. That sounds logical. If an 8-minute video earns watch time, surely a 20-minute video earns even more. Except the viewer isn't being held hostage. They can leave. And they will. A tight 8-minute video somebody watches for 5 minutes beats a bloated 20-minute video they abandon after 2. So I wouldn't ask, how can I stretch this to 10 minutes? I'd ask, what can I remove without making this worse? And ironically, that's probably one of the fastest ways to increase watch time. Now, here's the part that makes all of this slightly more urgent. Starting February 1st, 2027, YouTube is increasing the full ad monetization requirement for new applicants from 4,000 qualified watch hours to 8,000. Same 1,000 subscribers, twice the watch hours. So I'm definitely not looking at that 4,000 hour progress bar thinking I have unlimited time, but weirdly, I don't think doubling the requirement changes the strategy. It makes the strategy more important, because if you build a channel where every upload has to go viral to survive, 8,000 hours sounds horrible. If you've built 50 or 100 useful videos constantly collecting views, it's still difficult, but at least you've built a machine. And that's probably the biggest thing I'd change if I started again. I'd stop treating every upload like an individual event. You upload, you stare at the views, you refresh Studio, you get depressed, you upload again. That's exhausting. I treat every upload like another door into the same house. Some doors will have thousands of people walking through them. Some might have 40, but once they're inside, I want somewhere else for them to go. And there's one more thing I track that I think gets ignored. Not subscribers, not even views. I look at which videos create returning viewers. Because somebody watching you once is traffic. Somebody deliberately coming back because they liked the last conversation is an audience. And an audience makes 4,000 hours much easier. That's actually part of why I'm trying this video in the first place. Normally, you'd be watching me talk about Brawl Stars. Today, we're talking about YouTube while I'm still playing Brawl Stars. And I want to see if those two things can actually live together. Because apparently, Minecraft Parkour has been allowed to carry the entire internet's conversations for years. Brawl Stars can do one shift. So if I had to get 4,000 watch hours from zero, here's what I'd actually do. I'd stop looking for one viral video. I'd build a library. I'd make every opening earn the next 30 seconds. I'd connect every video to another video. I'd cut anything that exists only to make the video longer. And I'd care way more about returning viewers than one lucky spike in views. Because 4,000 hours is terrifying when you imagine one video producing 240,000 minutes. But 50 videos averaging around 1,200 views with 4 minutes watched each. That's a problem I can actually understand. And now I'm curious about something. If you're trying to get monetized right now, which number is actually holding you back? The 1,000 subscribers or the 4,000 watch hours? Because depending on what people say, that's exactly what we should figure out next. And I actually want to test all of this instead of just talking about it. So from this video onward, I'm going to start paying much closer attention to what actually moves the channel forward. Not just views, but watch time, returning viewers, where people leave, and whether one video can actually push somebody into another one. Because if this whole 50 video idea is right, we should eventually be able to see it happening in real time. And if it's completely wrong, honestly, that's probably an even more interesting video. So if you're somewhere between zero and monetize right now, stick around. We're basically going to find out whether a normal small creator can actually build those 4,000 hours without some ridiculous viral miracle. And judging by my YouTube studio lately, the miracle definitely hasn't arrived yet.